Hi guys, Rachel here with the Cackling Moon. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to be talking today about my tarot and oracle picks for the spring season. Spring is going to be starting up the 21st, I believe, of March. And so spring season creates just this. I've already been starting to actually feel the shift in the change of the season. But the spring season is all about, like, to me, it's about growth. It's about expansion, abundance, fertility, creation, creativity, very floral earth energy. I see lots of colors for spring. I see lots of just life and vibrancy. And so it's a really nice shift from the winter season. So winter season, I really didn't do a deck like what decks I'm going to be working with, because I feel like when I shift from the fall season, which I think I did a video where I showed you guys my fall picks, which are all like dark theme decks and like spooky Halloweeny vibe decks. When I transitioned from that to like winter, I don't necessarily pick a new batch. I usually just go strictly for Rider-waite. So I usually just strictly go with my Rider-waite deck and like my psychic tarot and my chakra reading cards, and pretty much those are like my three main decks that I read with. So I find that like I'll just go to like my comfort zone, my little comfort spot when it comes to decks. We all have that. We all have like those tried and true decks that are just like our number ones, right? And so I feel like the winter season, it's nothing really spectacular. I don't necessarily have decks that make me want to work with them. But the spring season and the summer, I definitely do. So spring, I have a whole pile of decks here on my table. I have quite a bit of tarot because when I do my readings, I usually use 2 to 3 tarot decks for a client reading. I'm pulling intuitively. I don't necessarily work with spreads. So I'm just constantly like pulling tarot cards, and having like multiple decks to grab from is like my favorite thing to do. So I have a lot of tarot decks to show you guys. Out of the tarot decks that I picked, I'm actually proud of myself. I only have 6 that are Rider-waite, and then I have 4 that are not Rider-waite. So I'm proud of myself for that, because your girl loves Rider-waite. I love Rider-waite. I'm obsessed with it. And it's like my go-to deck, but I also want to branch out and work with other ones. But I have to have a Rider-waite deck when I do my readings. It's just a given. Like, if you book a reading with me, guaranteed you're going to find a Rider-waite in it. Okay, so let's get started. So I'll save Rider-waite for last. Let's just talk about the other tarot decks that I pulled. So first one will be the Cosmic Tarot. So these are all decks that I'm going to be working with throughout the spring season. I believe that's like March through June, May. I might even like transition out like part of May or even in May to start to bring out my summer decks, because I have mermaid decks that I like to work with in the summer. But anyways, so the Cosmic Tarot is definitely my springy pick. I love this deck. It's very, it's full of detail, and the color scheme just screams real springy to me. I really like the muted colors, but I like how they're very like, they're just, the deck itself is just full of color. To me, that's like one thing that attracts me to it. It also, like, when you're talking about like the themes, like this one, the 2 of Swords, you know, you kind of get like a sad tone to it because of the way the colors are. So I don't know, I just really like the vibrancy of the Cosmic Tarot. And I just bought this one a couple months ago or a month ago, and so I really want to work with it because I mentioned in another video, but this was the deck that I rehomed. I had a copy before and I rehomed it, and then I regretted it So I found it in my possession again, and I really want to make sure that I work with this one. So the Cosmic Tarot, it is available still. You can find it with an Amazon search. Every once in a while it'll pop up in like a metaphysical shop or even Barnes & Noble, I believe. But I bought mine off of Amazon. So the Botticelli. Oh, this deck is so pretty. So one of my friends actually loves to read with this deck, and one time when I met up with her for lunch, she brought it so I could look at it, and I fell in love. So you have gorgeous card backs for one thing, but this deck is very like, I don't even know the time period that this would be associated with, but you could kind of tell just by looking at it. But it has very like beautiful like gold themes throughout the cards, and it's just a really gorgeous deck. I highly recommend you guys look through it. I'm sure someone's done a video where they've shown the cards, but oh my god, look at Venus. Gorgeous. So this deck I have not pulled to read with, and so I'm forcing myself this year to work with more of the decks that I haven't really touched. But it's like this is one of those decks where I don't reach for it often, but when I do, I'm like always blown away by how gorgeous it is. Look at this. It's like little baby Jesus, I think. So cute. But yeah, I'm just blown away by how gorgeous the cards are. So very detailed, and I like the gold theme of the cards. I just think that that's just so radiant, and it reminds me of spring. It's also, I think this would also be a summery deck that I would pull too, but I want to work with it ASAP. So I'm not going to wait for summer. I'm going to just do it now. So that is the Botticelli Tarot. It is available still. So Amazon search, eBay, you can find it. Next is the tarot deck created by Broken Isn't Bad. So she doesn't have a name for the deck. It's just called Tarot Deck. This one is making its debut on my daily message posts on Instagram. So if you want to see this this deck in action, I am posting once a day, every day for the month of March. And the tarot deck is one of the cards, like one of the decks that I'm using. So this one is black and white, and it's all art created by Broken Isn't Bad. She does a lot of tattooing, and she has like her art and paintings and stuff that you could buy, but when she came out with the tarot deck, I had to have it. So I love it. It's so like clean and simple, and it's beautiful, and I love the nakedness of the people, and I love that the people don't have, I don't believe they have faces. Yeah, they don't have faces. They're just like white. I'll show you guys. There's no eyes. So I really like that because it kind of just takes away from looking at their expression. Like some decks, I don't mind the faces, like Rider-waite, obviously I don't mind them having faces, but sometimes I think it's just nice to have a blank, you know, not much to look at. I don't know, it just gives it a different feel. So truly love this deck. It's so beautiful. So yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait to work with this one. So this is the tarot deck by Broken Isn't Bad. Now, I just checked her website because she's having a sale right now. I think it's like 30 or 35% off because of her birthday. But unfortunately her tarot decks are sold out. So I don't know if she's going to be doing another printing of it. But I highly recommend it if you want to pick up a copy. If she does another, like a pre-order for her second, you know, edition, you guys got to jump on it. So, oh, this is just like one of those decks where it's like not everybody has it. I love owning stuff like that. I like to own decks that not everybody has, because when you put it up on Instagram and people are like, oh my God, what deck is that? It's just kind of fun, like, cause you know how you see like certain decks everywhere, and then you put something up and it's just like it trips people out because they've never seen it before. So the last deck that is not Rider-waite inspired that I will be using this month or this season is the Mythical Creatures Tarot. I did a whole video of the deck reveal, like the whole unboxing of it. So you guys could check it out if you want to see the details. But this deck is so colorful. It is full of just like little details, and it's all of the mythical creatures you could ever think of. And I just really like working with this one, especially because it has pips. So pips meaning the minor arcanas are not illustrated. Technically, this deck, you know, has so much detail with the minor arcana, but technically it is just 2 pentacles, right? So I really like this because it kind of tests my intuition, and it's just something different from the typical Rider-waite. So I find Marseille decks, like Marseille themed decks or pip decks, are really good to challenge your intuition if that is what you are looking to do to enhance your reading style. It's just something fun to add. So this is the Mythical Creatures Tarot. It is a Baba Studios deck. It just came out. They were doing pre-orders last summer and it just came out. I think there may still be decks available to purchase at full price, but don't mark my word on that. Just check out their website, Baba Studios. Okay, so the other tarot decks that I will be working with, they're all Rider-waite or Rider-waite clones. Obviously, this is my baby. So Brant gifted this one to me, and I actually found Brant's YouTube channel. So I didn't even know Brant had a YouTube channel. And I think I heard, I think it was Hermit's Cave. Is it Hermit's Cave? Oh my God, Simon from Hermit's Cave mentioned Brant and said, I think he said Moon Baby Tarot. And I was like, I wonder if that's the same Brant that sent me my deck. And sure enough, it is. And I binge watched on his videos last night. So I sent Brant a DM. And I wanted to ask, because this is the pre-copyright, one of the pre-copyright editions of the Rider-waite Tarot that Brant sent me as a gift. He sent me the Hoi Poi Tarot as well, which I actually have. No, I didn't choose Hoi Poi. I'm using that for the summer. He also sent me a copy of the Hoi Poi, but he gifted me a pre-copyright edition of Rider-waite that I wasn't even expecting. So I messaged Brant literally earlier today, this afternoon, to ask him, because I was binge watching his videos, and he has a video where he talks about his Rider-waite, the yellow box collection that he has, and he mentioned something about a sunburnt magician, the box with a sunburnt magician. So I was looking at my box and I'm like, well, he kind of looks, my magician kind of looks sunburnt, right? So I asked him, I was like, the deck that you sent me, is this considered the sunburnt magician? And he said yes. So I just thought that was really cool. Just a fun little tidbit about the deck. So this is one of those typical blue plaid back Rider-waite versions. This one, like I said, it's non-copyright, so there's no copyright on the borders of the card, and the cardstock on this is creamy and delicious, and it feels like money. I love this edition. It just feels so nice, and the color scheme is very muted. It's not like in your face tarot Rider-waite blues and yellows like you see in the more modern versions of the deck. So really love it. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, so if you could see like the blues in this version, they're very muted. They're not like blue. So it's not like in your face. So this is definitely going to be one of those decks that I'm going to be reaching for this spring. Ooh, my hair is like everywhere. The Diamond Tarot. This is one of my magical babies as well. I found this. Oh, so obviously this is a Obviously Rider-waite is still being printed. Like, you can find the more modern copies, but if you wanted a non-copyright version, these are out of print and you can find them on eBay, but you got to go deck hunting for them. So I just thought I wanted to mention it just in case someone wanted that specific edition. Okay. The Diamond Tarot. So the Diamond Tarot, this is also out of print. I found my copy on eBay. And this one is really cool because of the look of the cards. The cards are like as if the tarot was the center of a diamond and you were looking down at like the top surface of your diamond. This is what you would see. So I really find this deck to be so fun. The only downfall about it is that the actual tarot image is really teeny tiny, but I mean, come on. I just think it's so fun. Like, it's just fun. So this is one of my favorite versions of a Rider-waite clone. Totally love it. So I believe this one was from the 90s. Yeah, 1997 copyright. So if you guys are interested in finding yourself a copy, they do pop up on eBay. You can also find them through like deck trade Facebook groups, but I got my copy on eBay. You just got to be on the hunt. So that's where you'll find this one. So the Diamond Tarot. This baby is my Spanish edition. I think this is Spanish, or I think it's Spanish or Italian. I don't remember, it's been a while. Of the Morgan Greer Tarot. Morgan Greer, you'll know it's a Morgan Greer because you'll see the large boom, like the big white stars on the backs. And the images follow Rider-waite, obviously. Sorry, I have like fluff everywhere from my deck bag. The images are like in your face, which is what I love because it's like as if you were getting a close-up, zoomed in version of the cards. And I think this is Italian, motto. So my version is not English, but that's okay because when you know your cards, you don't need it in English. And I think this is, I got this version, it was the non-English one because it was cheaper. And I don't know, that was the one I got. So my cards are in order, so I want to make sure I don't take them out of order. But yeah, Morgan Greer is really fun because, like I said, everything is close up and the color scheme in this deck is beautiful. Love the richness, the deepness of the colors, and it's, oh my god, like if you ever wanted a close up of the Ten of Swords. So morbid. But yeah, I really love it. So this is the Morgan Greer Tarot. It's still available. You could find it on Amazon or whatever. My copy, like I said, it's not English, but that doesn't matter to me. I don't even notice it. But yeah, the Morgan Greer. All right. Next is the Waite on Acid Tarot, which is by Tarotica. And this one I was telling Brant about earlier today, and then I realized the person deleted their Etsy shop. So I don't know if they have a website and maybe they're selling their decks off their website or whatnot, but I apologize. I got my copy on Etsy. I don't know if Tarotica has, if they have their own shop somewhere. I don't know. I gotta check on Instagram. But it's called Waite on Acid Tarot in case anyone is curious. But I don't know. I can't promise you that you will find a copy. This was just one of those random Etsy finds that I found. Every once in a while, I like to do like a mass search for Rider-waite clone decks because I'm obsessed. And when this one came up, I just thought it was so clever. It was just so different. It's supposed to look like you're on acid, I guess. Just looking at it, it's just really like, just the filter that was used for this deck is just really cool. So really fun. Here's a major arcana to show you guys. So yeah, I don't know if it's still in print. Oh, and then on the back you have this. It's a fun deck. I don't pull this one out as often, but it's fun, and it's just like it's a clone. So, oh, look at the sun. Yeah, it just trips you out. Trips you out. And speaking on being tripped out, the other deck I took out is the Trippin Waite. Trippin Waite Tarot. It is created by Tarot Collectibles. My copy is signed. If you go to tarotcollectibles.com, you will find all of their decks. They also have, like, I think they did this deck over, and it's called the Groovy Waite, but I'm not really sure. And then I know they have like a zombie one, which I want to get. And then they also have the Winter Waite, which I don't own, but I want to get it. Oh my God, so many cards, right? This one is so fun though. It's like bright and trips you out, right? Woo! But it's like 70s. It's 70s themed, and it's just so fun to see your favorite tarot characters. Oh my God, look at the High Priestess with her big old third eye right there. It's just fun. So I never work with this deck, and I totally need to. And so spring is just like the perfect time to bring this deck out. I just think it's perfect. So look at how cute the pentacles are. They're all little peace signs. So if you're into like clone decks, and if you love the 70s, then you'll probably really dig this deck. I think it would be so much fun. Look at this one. Make love, not war. So cute. So, and the moon. Let's see if I can find the moon. The moon was pretty cool. Oh my God, look at the King of Cups. He's like surrounded with dolphins. Oh my God. Look at this Three of Swords. Pretty cool. Where are you, moon? Oh my gosh, the devil. Look at his eyes. This is so funny. I don't know where my moon is, but the moon one in this deck is pretty cool. I don't know where he's at. It's always when you like need it, you can never find it. Oh boy. I don't know, you guys. Sorry. Sorry. Where is it? This is gonna drive me crazy. OMG. Okay, he's not coming up. All right, I'm gonna have to go look for him, because now I'm like, does this have a moon card? Like, I know I have the extra. Oh my God. Really? Really? There's the Fool. This is the Fool. This is the Sun. Here's the Moon. The Moon. The Hermit. Okay. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my God, don't tell me this is not a complete deck. Always check your decks when you buy your cards, you guys. Okay. Anyways, lastly, for the tarot decks that I will be working with this season, what's her name? Oh my God. Something Herber. Holy shit. I can't remember her name. Anyways, it is the, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank now. Mercury retrograde. What are you called? I can't think of the name. Okay, you know what? Let's just show you the cards. This is crazy. How come I can't think of it? I don't know. I'm sorry, you guys. I can't think of the name. I'll try to remember when I do the list of it in the description box. But yeah. Anyway, Caroline Hertzer is the creator of it. And it's really cool. It's a funky deck. Sucks. The cardstock sucks, so it's like papery, laminated. But it's just so trippy. Illuminated Tarot, that's what it is. This is the Illuminated Tarot. It's just a funky color scheme, and it's just pretty. It's really pretty, but hard to shuffle because it's laminated paper. But I still love it. So yeah, Illuminated Tarot. Oh my God. I can't believe that I drew a blank with that. Sorry, guys. All right. So that is all of so that's all of the tarot decks that I have taken out to work with this season. I wanted to give myself a variety. So now let's talk about the oracle decks that I will be working with this season. So number one, we have the Oracle of Oddities, editions 1 through 3. So the Oracle of Oddities is the skeletons and like the flowers and the plants and whatnot. Totally love it. Morbid and beauty and life at the same time. So I just wanted something a little bit like darker to add to the mix because a lot of spring vibe is very like up there and really joyful and happy and stuff. So I wanted something that would be kind of grounding. So I think this deck would be kind of fun to work with. I love the plants, the flowers, and the skeletons. It's just a nice combo. I am obsessed with this deck. It's one of my favorites. This beauty. These are the color cards. So the color cards, I don't even know if this girl still creates them, but I bought the big ass version. It was huge. I ended up cutting them myself so that they were within a reasonable size for my hands so I could shuffle. So I cut them and then I rounded them off. They're so amateurly cut. I mean, I don't know what I was thinking, but way better than like the bigger size. They were huge, you guys. They were huge. I really love this deck. It's beautiful. It's just colors and little like prompts. So like this one says innocence, establish boundaries, stay neutral. These color decks are my favorite during the spring and summer season. And I used to read with these all the time in client readings, and then I haven't touched them because I got more obsessed with like my chakra cards and stuff. So I'm really gonna start bringing these ones back because these were so fun to work with. So yeah, so you're gonna see the color cards come out more often. I just love color and I think it'll be perfect. I don't know if this person still is creating them. I don't know the name. I just call them color cards because I don't want to use a slur, you know. I don't know if she's like since changed the name of her deck or whatnot, but that's what it is if you want to look it up. Okay. This one is a fun little deck. This was back in my Tumblr days when I bought this deck. This was by the CrackedAmethyst. I don't know if CrackedAmethyst, I'm pretty sure she still does stuff. This is called The Only Time Will Tell, a deck that is sure to know when. Only Time Will Tell Oracle. And it is, look at how fun the backs are. It is a tiny little oracle, and it's just literally just tells you when. If you're looking for a reading that's going to tell you when. Tea time, July, next month, daytime, first snow, midnight. I mean, I love it. Next equinox. So I used to work with this all the time when I would do like fun little free readings on Tumblr. But it's been a while, so I thought this one would be fun to bring out this season. The Victorian Flower Oracle, my beautiful haunted oracle deck. I have a funny story about this one. I actually made a whole separate video about it. But when I bought the Victorian Flower Oracle, the listing for it was haunted. And so I messaged the guy that was selling it, and yes, he sure enough said the deck was haunted. So I haven't had any negative encounters since it's been in my possession. It is a very sassy deck. It is very sassy. So as you read cards, you will learn that your decks will have their own personalities, and this one is not a nice deck. It is the sassy sister. So usually when I read for clients with this deck, I usually find myself apologizing on behalf of the deck for its sassy nature. It has some positive messages through the cards, but whenever I read for clients, I tend to only get like the snooty ones. So I really like it though, because it's just kind of fun. It's a fun element to bring to the reading, but definitely one to talk about, like, considering it was listed as a haunted deck. So that is my Victorian Flower Oracle. It was one of the best days of my life when I finally was able to find a copy that wasn't ridiculously expensive, and I jumped on it. And I think that it was considered cheaper because it was literally haunted. So doesn't bug me. I invite the ghosts sometimes. Okay, next we have 4 more decks. Oh my god, I forgot this one. This is the other tarot deck I pulled out. Guardian Angel Tarot by good old Doreen. This deck, you guys, is like a warm hug. It's like a warm hug, but I love the color scheme of the cards. They're so spring, they're so soft and like Easter feel. And the imagery is just so pretty. Like, I really like the artwork. I try not to pay attention to all of this wordage when I'm pulling cards for clients. It is a tarot deck, but it kind of acts also as an oracle. But if you could just like get past the whole paragraph to the card, it's kind of fun to work with. So it has a lot of angels and like flowers and just really, you know, pretty imagery. So this is going to be another one that I picked to read for clients. I like it. So that is the Guardian Angel Tarot. This one is available. I believe the newer copy is coming out without Doreen's name. So you could find it by Radley Valentine, which was the other person that she did the deck with side by side. But because Doreen stepped away from her tarot readings and on her whole spiritual path, this spiritual path, altogether, her decks are now coming out without her name and just the person she was, you know, pairing up with. So I like to have the decks that I have in my possession all have her name on it, because to me they're going to be little collector decks eventually. So yeah, but the Guardian Angel Tarot is still available. I don't know if you'll find a copy with her name on it still available in stores, but it's just a name. Okay, the other oracle decks that I selected, Magical Herb Oracle. I love this deck. I'm obsessed with it. I'm so glad that I was able to snag a copy at my local Barnes & Noble. So it is available still for purchase. Freaking love this deck. The backs are beautiful. And it just talks about the herb, and it has a nice little phrase at the bottom, a nice word, a keyword for your readings, and they're just really intuitive. I find that they're so accurate, and I just thought, you know, throwing in an herb deck for the spring season would be perfect. So I really love this deck. It's so fun. I find that this deck is a nice one to go throughout the seasons, not just spring. This is definitely something that I would pull in the middle of fall. But I had to throw another flower deck in here somewhere. So that is the Magickal Herb Oracle. You could find it Barnes & Noble, Amazon, all over. Crystal Angels. This one also is by good old Doreen. I know that I've seen these still popping up at metaphysical shops, and also Barnes & Noble every once in a while will have a copy. But I don't know how long this deck is going to be available, because just like the Angel Answers is already out of print, this one may also go out of print because it is solely her deck. Like for example, this one, she teamed up with Radley. I think this one is solely her. It says artwork is by Marius Michael George, but this one might be one of those decks that's going to go out of print. So if you see it in the stores and you really like it, I recommend just buying a copy. It's so good. I freaking love it. Like, I'm not even into angels a lot. Like, they're fun to work with, but this deck is so pretty. So this is the card backs. Yes, it's just pretty much all white angels. But when you could see past the non-diversity in the cards, it's freaking gorgeous. Like, I mean, look at how beautiful the artwork is. And then my ass did my own mod of the cards, and I like put clear like rainbow polish all over the borders of the cards to give them more shimmer. I don't know if it looks good. I think it looks cute, but that's just me. So anyways, it's basically, it's a crystal, and then you have a nice little message here for the oracle, and they're just really pretty. I really, really, really like this deck. So I find it's very, very accurate with my client readings, and it's beautiful. So if you could see past all of the angels being, you know, white people angels, then it's not that big a deal. But some people love Doreen, some people hate Doreen. I don't mind Doreen. She's doing her own thing now. I still like her decks, and I still read with them. They're just decks to me, so it doesn't bother me. So that is the Crystal Angels Tarot. Freaking love it. Ugh, it's one of my favorites. And last but not least, the deck that I also pulled is the Energy Oracle. So this is by Sandra Ann Taylor. These are still available. You could find them on on Amazon, and Barnes & Noble sometimes will have them. I think it just depends. It's a Hay House deck. The card backs. These come up in my readings all the time. These are like a close runner-up from my Psychic Tarot that I'm obsessed with, which, surprise, surprise, I don't have the Psychic Tarot in my pile. My ass will probably go out there and put the deck in my pile to work with later on, but I'm trying to like branch away from my tried and trues and using other decks in my collection. So we'll see how long that lasts. But I really like this. The Energy Oracle is really fun. It has chakra cards in it, but more pertaining to like the angels. And then it just, like this one, 6 chakra, Archangel Metatron. So it does have the chakra element that I like, because that's why I like the Psychic Tarot. But it's really intuitive. It's a very intuitive deck. I don't use the guidebook unless I'm drawing a blank with the cards. But I really like this one. I actually reached out for this one more often than not. So that's the Energy Oracle. So yeah, we will see if I pull the Psychic Tarot out or not this month for my readings. Like I'm telling you guys, I just can't seem to pull away from my faves. But in the meantime, these are the decks that I will be reading with for the spring season. Really, really excited to be working with some decks that I haven't touched in quite a while. So hopefully this will kind of bring back that love and appreciation for my collection that doesn't get a lot of love. And then also just throwing in some of my favorite Rider-waites, because I just can't, you know, I can't not have a Rider-waite deck with me. But anyways, you guys, I'm really interested to see what you guys are doing. What are you reading with for the spring season? If you come out with a video showing the decks that you guys work with, please tag me. I want to see, and I want to see what's in your guys' collection. So I will see you guys later. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you guys in another video. Bye, loves.